Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
And Mexico will pay for the wall. 100%. They don't know it yet, but they're going to pay for the wall. And they're great people and great leaders, but they're going to pay for the wall. On day one, we will begin working on an impenetrable, physical, tall, powerful, beautiful southern border wall.
Gorgeous.
We will use the best technology, including above and below ground sensors, that's the tunnels. Remember that, above and below. Above and below ground sensors. Towers, aerial surveillance, and manpower to supplement the wall, find and dislocate tunnels, and keep out criminal cartels. And Mexico, you know that, will work with us. I really believe it. Mexico will work with us. I absolutely believe it. And especially after meeting with their wonderful, wonderful president today, I really believe they want to solve this problem along with us, and I'm sure they will.
You're an idiot.
You are an idiot. What was that yesterday? What was that? That was like a tale of two Trumps. That was like the worst of lies and the best of lies. It was like, I don't know, a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, a Tootsie, a Mrs. Doubtfire, a Victor Victoria. I mean, what was that? Was it like he said to his handlers, hey, listen, let me go to Mexico and I'll stay on script for a couple of minutes if you let me go all Mussolini tonight? What was that? And no one can figure it out. No one knows. And, you know, of course, Donald Trump said, I'm unpredictable. You know, you're more than unpredictable. I mean, apparently when he came back from Mexico last night, it was proof that we will let anybody into this country. He actually threatened to deport Hillary Clinton last night. Did you hear that little thing? He said, we will deport all the criminals. And then he said, maybe we, like, anybody who's violated our law, like Hillary Clinton's violated our law, maybe we can deport her. It's like, really, I in my whole life, I never saw anybody so bipolar. You know, they're not using the correct words they're calling him manic. He is manic. But manic is it's only half of bipolar disorder, where he was literally sleeping on the stage next to Peña Nieto before they got into their Twitter war. This is apparently how we're going to solve all of our problems now, in a Twitter war. Because this morning, his day yesterday, I mean, the guy I don't know what to say. He's so manic right now, you know. Yesterday he was depressive because he was standing next to Peña Nieto and he was literally sleeping standing up. Did you see that? And what Peña Nieto was saying yesterday was, stop sending the guns into Mexico, please. That's what he was telling Donald Trump. He was saying, we had a meeting and I told him, half the problem is you people keep sending us these damn guns over the border. We don't want the damn guns. Do something about the damn guns. But that didn't get translated properly by anybody. And, Trump was standing there all bloated and white and pasty and everything. And, with his hair slicked to the sides, only the sides of his head. The rest is, woo, the 80s rooster thing going on with the mousse and the spray and the comb over. It's very strange. But then he was sleeping on the stage. And then last night he showed up all manic and stuff, just growling and yelling and, all Mussolini. I mean, it was like Donald Trump, I don't know. He said again right there that Mexico is paying for the wall, but they don't know it yet. Now, he had the opportunity to tell them, which apparently he passed on. Although Enrique Peña Nieto said in a tweet that he told Donald Trump at the beginning of the conversation, I tweeted this out so you can go, I just tweeted another one because they're in a Twitter war, you understand. I mean, this is like, this is like childish already, okay? It's freaking weird. But so Donald Trump at 6:31 a.m. this morning, just creep. I mean, I get that because I know this man is ill. I'm not going to diagnose. I'm not a diagnostician, but I am going to tell you there's something wrong with a man who goes down to Mexico and presents himself as sort of lucid. I don't know. He was sort of lucid, and then he fell asleep on the stage, and then he came back and he turned into, Hitler, is what that was last night. That was Hitlerish. That was fascism. That was really crazy. I mean, that was, but then he started telling Mexico, you just don't know it yet. You are going to pay for that wall. And then at 6:30 in the morning, he tweeted, Mexico will pay for the wall, ! And Peña Nieto, just a few minutes ago, about an hour ago, he tweeted, repito, which I think everybody understands. Repito, I'm repeating, lo que le dije personalmente, Señor Trump. I'm repeating what I told you personally, Mr. Trump. Mexico, I have a terrible accent. México jamás pagaría por un muro o pared. Mexico will not pay for a wall. So they're tweeting. This is so crazy. But he stood there last night and he told everybody, a bunch of, I don't know, is it, what else is Donald Trump planning that we don't know about? I mean, they just don't know it yet. Well, apparently they do know it yet. And even a couple of people are high in the government, they've all been tweeting in Mexico to Donald Trump saying, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you again, I'm going to tell you one more time, we will never pay for a wall. It will never happen. What world are you in? And then, the president tweeted, I'm going to repeat to you what I told you yesterday. We will not pay for a wall. So you have to wonder what else Donald Trump hears in his head that wasn't actually said. You have to wonder what else Donald Trump, he's sitting here telling us, they just don't know it yet. Well, what else is there that we don't know yet that Donald Trump is going to do, which is creepy. And, and then he did talk about a deportation force last night, which sounds like either it sounds like the Hitler Channel to me, or a bad Vin Diesel movie. It's just and people are, is he softening? Is he hardening? Who cares when you have such tiny, tiny hands? Who cares? So while he was in Mexico, he loved the murdering rapists. And then when he came back, he hated the murdering rapists, or, Mexicans, as he says it in his head. I mean, it was just very, very weird. Now, this part, he went through took a long time to get to his freaking policy. Took a long ass time. I had to sit through Rudy Giuliani unhinged. Was Rudy Giuliani ever hinged? I think Rudy was hinged at some point. I don't know exactly when in his life he became unhinged. Donald Trump, on the other hand, not sure if he was ever hinged. So, I think he's been a liar his whole life. I think we've had the Frankenstein's monster, the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of a situation with Trump. I think we've had, just two Trumps, which is really one Trump, which is Trump the liar, right? It was bizarre. But Rudy last night, oh my God, he was out of his mind. Wasn't he? He's the warm-up act, by the way, for Donald Trump. Oh, that laugh.
50.
Lock her
Let's
up.
beat her.
Let's beat her.
You know, haven't you figured out already that Washington is so rigged she is not going to get indicted even though she should?
For what?
Don't you know that you would have been indicted and arrested now 8 months ago, 10 months ago if you did what she did?
What? Delete my emails? I do it every day.
33,000 emails?
I do it every day.
And now we find that she lied about them. They didn't contain references to Benghazi. A lie.
When did she say
They contain
that?
references to Benghazi. They didn't contain top secret material. A lie. They contain top secret material. Those are all federal crimes. Every single one of them. And then look what she did to our State Department. You wanted to get something out of the State Department, you had to fork over big bucks to the Clinton Foundation. I'm not talking little money here. I'm talking big bucks. 30 million, 40 million. Who were the donors? Who were the donors? A money launderer. A convicted criminal. Several dictators who oppress women. And she's a feminist? And she takes millions and millions and millions of dollars, and her husband takes millions of dollars in speaking fees from dictators, oppressors, for people who discriminate against women, for people who run countries where women can't drive cars. And she has the nerve to say the Republican Party has a war on women. The biggest war on women are all those people she was taking money from.
Those people she was taking money from are our allies. I hate to tell you, because you can't fight the the entire world, Rudy. Just saying. And when did it become a federal crime to delete emails? When did it would only be a crime if she lied to the FBI? And James Comey said no. But he's just, listen, these are the kinds of speeches that will make people come down from the fence, but it will make them run away. I mean, this is really crazy crap. And a lot of people last night watching this, a lot of people who were, trying to figure out, could they give their vote to Trump? Would they support Trump? A lot of the surrogates have quit today. They just said, that's it, we're out. This guy, this whole thing, this whole clown show, payaso. This is the new word that you have to learn, payaso, clown. The whole thing, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, they're out. Pastors from Texas, they're out. People who have been surrogates for Donald Trump, they're out. They're saying, you know what, this is insane. This is crazy. This is a clown car. Everything he says is a lie. Yesterday he went over to Mexico and he was, trying to appear presidential. And if he would have just called it a day then, we would have said he had a good day, but no, he had to lie while he was in Mexico and then come here and lie to the people that he's trying to punk. The white supremacists. This was all for them. And of course, Donald Trump is he's going to lose, but these white supremacists who were going to walk away, they're now back. They're back. And so I think he could get like 36 to 40% of the vote. And that's really depressing for me to know that this country has 36 to 40% of it that votes or will vote that hate people. Hate.
For a commercial-free, on-demand, whenever, wherever listening experience, visit RandiRhodes.com for your personal premium podcast today.